So I think you've been lying to yourself. And I say that because I've been lying to myself. So on the way home today, I was listening to a podcast. A comment was made about challenge and about truth and about how all that ties together. And it really struck me. It really struck a chord with me, and that's why I'm kind of making this video. This isn't usually a night that I would record a video, but I am tonight. And so I'm actually going to play it. In this case, this is the Iain Abernethy podcast. We'll see if that kind of shows up here. It's actually not his podcast this time. This is a podcast. It's Conversations on Karate is the name of the podcast. Iain Abernethy's reposting it because he was a guest on it. But I'm going to play the moment, and it's just this right here.
Because the truth of utility doesn't fear questioning, it gets validated by it. It's only falsehoods that get erased by challenging thinking. So when people are, fearful of challenge or change, it's normally because they're trying to protect something that in their heart of hearts they know can't withstand that challenge, so.
Yeah, so hopefully that came through okay, audio-wise, basically saying that if people are fearing challenge, then usually it means that in their heart of hearts that they know that the thing that's being challenged can't withstand being challenged. That really struck home for me because this is something that I struggle with a lot, and I'm not afraid to admit that there are many things, and this definitely falls into my martial arts, but I mean, not just my martial arts, I mean, in life too, and in the skills that I use for work and all this other stuff, but definitely in martial arts where you go, if someone were to challenge this, would it crumble? Would it not survive? And the truth is, in the times that it has been challenged, it has. The things that I know, the things that I do, the way that I do things, it has survived and it has worked. But I still question, I still wonder, will it always? And not every challenge has never necessarily been a difficult one. It's felt like a mountain at the time, but that doesn't mean that it was anything more than a molehill. And I think it's important that we recognize and admit to ourselves that when that feeling comes through, that we think that we're afraid to challenge something, we're afraid to question it, because we're afraid if we knew that it was going to survive that challenge, we knew that challenge, it was going to make it through and there was not going to be any kind of issue, then the truth is there's nothing to fear. So the fact that we fear it means that we don't think it's going to make it. We think that it's just going to validate the fact that it's not good. It's not valid. It doesn't work. The things we feel strongly about, questioning them, challenging them, only validate them. They show us that they are true. They prove it. It's the proof. And that's the way that it should be. The things that we fear, usually we don't think are going to be validated by that, which means instead we think if it's going to be challenged, we're just going to be shown and we're going to have to face the fact that this thing that we're holding on to, it just doesn't cut it. And maybe it never will. And sometimes, that's not the end of the world. And I have to remind myself that, because I certainly sometimes find myself thinking, what do I do? What if I've invested all this time, or what if I've done all this just to get to this point and find out that it wasn't worth it? It wasn't what I thought. It wasn't. It's not it. It's a hard thing to face. So far, every time something has been challenged, it might have needed refinement. It might have needed work. But it has made it. And sometimes it's just self-doubt that continues to make me feel like it's not good enough. I'm not good enough. But these things are not the end of the world. And if we face them, and I say we as in I think we all can, but I'm really just telling myself out loud with the comfort of the word we, which is making it feel like more people are with me on this. But the truth is, if I just face it, if I let these challenges happen and I explore them, that it might not crumble. It might need refinement. I might find areas where things need work. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be for nothing or that it needs replaced or whatever. Instead, it just will help grow it the right way, refine it the right way, and build it into what it should be. And so that's what I've been doing, especially over the last couple years. I've been really thinking long and hard. For me, that's especially in the context of this, that's my martial arts, right? And because the truth is, martial arts is a combat-based thing. And if martial arts don't survive combat, then are they worth anything? Is there value there? And so over time, I've been testing, been challenging things, and it's hard. It comes with panic. It comes with anxiety. It comes with all of that. But I know it's not going to be better if I don't get to the other side. I know it has to be done. So I just wanted to make this video while my feelings were raw and fresh on this. And maybe you identify that maybe you're going through your own things that are this way. Maybe you have your own things that are making you feel challenged and making you feel fearful because you're afraid to recognize that maybe what you believe in isn't there, not working. I just want to say to you, have confidence. Maybe you need a little more confidence than you have right now. But also be confident enough to at least try. Because the worst thing you're going to find is that there's still time to make a change. And the best thing you'll find is that it survived, and it will just reinforce your confidence. It'll bring back your sense of security in the knowledge of what you have. So either way, it's going to end good. Either way, it's leading towards progress. I'm going to continue challenging the things that I know so that I can trust them. And I hope you do too. And that's it for this one. Hopefully it's kind of short. I've done a couple long ones. Maybe you like that. I've had some people mention more like a podcast, which is cool. I've got some podcast ideas, actually. I try to keep some of these short just so I don't know when you guys listen to this stuff or watch it or whatever, if it's good in short bursts or long bursts, but usually it's topic based. So this time, hopefully it was kind of short. But anyway, that's it. If you liked it, like it. If you like stuff like this, consider subscribing and let me know what kind of challenges are you afraid of right now? What kind of things do you need to address in your life? And if you address them, let me know how it went. Anyway, that's it. Take care, keep training, and we'll catch you in the next one.